start with three sentences, right? In our basics of English grammar, today we will discuss adverbs, and we will start with three sentences. Just listen to it. Number one is, the king replied angrily. Number one sentence. Number two, second sentence is, John goes to school daily. And the third sentence is, the child looked up. Now take the first sentence. How the king replied? Angrily. So the word angrily is added to the verb replied to tell how the king replied. I emphasize the word how. How the king replied? Angrily. Number two, second sentence. The word daily is added to the verb goes to tell when John goes to school. When. I emphasize when. In the first sentence, how. In the second sentence, when. Number three, the third sentence. The child looked up. The word up is added to the verb looked to tell where the child looked. So I would like to emphasize where. So in the first sentence, how, then when, then where. So each of these words which adds something to the meaning of a verb is called an adverb. So adverbs are what? First of all, it is of course a kind of modifier of English language. Adverbs are words that modify mainly verbs, but it also modifies adjectives or other adverbs. Yes, adverbs. They provide additional information about how, when, where, why, or to what extent an action is performed. That is why I gave you three examples, and I started with three examples. Now, what are the types of adverbs? Let us see the types of adverbs. Adverbs of manner. These adverbs subscribe or describe to how an action is performed. Like, she sings beautifully. She sings beautifully. Adverbs of time. These adverbs describe when an action is performed. Example, he will come tomorrow. When he will come? Tomorrow. Adverbs of place. These adverbs describe where an action is performed. Example, she lives here. Adverbs of degree. These adverbs describe the extent or degree of an action, adjective, or another adverb. Example, she is very intelligent. Adverbs of frequency. These adverbs describe how often an action is performed. He always arrives late. The example. Now, position of adverbs. Where we will place the adverbs, right? Whether it will be placed before or after, something like that. Adverbs can be placed in different positions within a sentence depending on the context and other things. Initial position is at the first. That means you place the adverb at the very first, at the very beginning. Often I go for a walk. And in the mid position, she quickly finished her work. And the end position, he spoke loudly. Now, you can of course try some adverbs and try to identify these adverbs in the following sentences and state their type. Like, she sings very well. He works extremely hard. They will leave tomorrow. I often go to the park. She lives nearby. Now try this, and if possible, write down in the comments below so that I can check them and tell you what is the right answer. Now look, by understanding these different types of adverbs and their placement, you can use them effectively to enhance your writing and speaking skills. So adverbs is of course a very necessary parts of speech, and but of course when we will use it and if we at all use it or not, I will talk about it later in my intermediate grammar playlist. I will talk about those things, of course, but this is a basic idea. So I hope it helps. See you in the next video with another parts of speech. Till then, goodbye, stay safe and take care.